Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never give up. Love to see.
Hello guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Hi, WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, guys, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. As always, Chelsea content reacting to the open training that happened today. Romelu Lukaku's press conference. Guys, drop in your comments right now as soon as possible who you think's going to be joining our special guest. I want to see some guesses ASAP. Let me know in the comments down below. They cannot stay for long, but let me know who you guys think is going to be joining us in any seconds, basically. Big up Strip Bear, big up Josh for donations, as always, supporting the team. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Nathan, what's going on, bro?
Not much.
Where are you?
Kensington High Street.
Oh, how come you're there?
I'm out for lunch. That's why I can only join you for 5 minutes because my friends are already there.
Okay. Look, I'll go on Josh. Josh wanted to see you as well, Nippon, man.
What's up, Nippon? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I don't know why Romelu Lukaku took the number 9 jersey.
Why not?
Because he's a baller.
It's cursed.
Yeah, but he deserves it.
Yeah.
No. Anyone who wants to succeed at Chelsea, any striker who wants to succeed at Chelsea, should not wear the number 9. Bad omen.
Nah,
Nope.
it's fine,
Look,
man. It's fine.
Look, since Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who has succeeded in the number 9 jersey? Nobody.
Morata.
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham.
Oh, Morata, don't make me laugh.
Abraham.
Look, man, so long as he scores against Arsenal, I don't care. Look, I don't care how many goals he scores this season. I just want him to score against Arsenal. Because there's so many Arsenal fans.
Can we see your food today? Can we see your food today for lunch?
No, because I'm with my friends. And it's a huge table. And they don't like being on my live streams.
Okay.
What are you going to order, Nippon?
Well, this is where I'm going.
Have you been there before? Have you been there before?
I have. It's a very nice place.
What do you usually get?
I usually get a a spaghetti carbonara.
Love carbonara.
Okay. So, what's the plan for today, Nippon, man? What's the plan?
Depending on what time I finish here, I'll either go home or go to my work.
Okay.
Did you go to open training?
Huh?
Did you go to the open training today?
The open what?
The open training?
The open train.
Training.
No, Chelsea. I didn't.
Why didn't you go? It's free.
Ran out.
Oh, tickets. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Nippon, how many goals for Lukaku against Arsenal?
1 or 2.
You said 2 goals and Havertz and Werner goal, right?
Yeah. I said Werner. To be honest with you, I just said Werner more through the pressure of a certain someone.
Why?
Because I knew he'd try to kick me off if I said Werner wouldn't score.
I'll never kick you off, Nippon. I'll boot you back on immediately when your battery died. I'll boot you back on.
Yeah, you've done it before though.
Yeah, but that was a mistake. That was a mistake. You have to give me a second chance, right?
Of course, I'm all for second chances.
Yeah.
Same way I'm giving him a second chance as well.
No, I agree with you, man.
In fairness, somebody paid him a lot of money, Nippon. It had to honor the super chat.
Nah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Honestly.
You would have what? You would have what?
If someone wanted one of my guests out, I wouldn't care how much. I wouldn't care how much money you give me. I'm not kicking them off.
Fair enough. What time do you finish work today? 9 p.m.
It depends if I actually go to work today.
I hope you don't go to work so you can come on the stream. We want you on the stream.
Maybe. But if I don't go to work, I'll probably be traveling.
Traveling where?
Like I might be going to Nando's in the evening.
So you go to this restaurant and then Nando's in the evening?
Maybe.
You're made out of money, man.
The difference is with this restaurant, I'm not paying anything. It's already prepaid.
Why?
I'm with a group and it's all prepaid. So I don't pay a single penny.
Okay.
Nippon, as a food service chef, do you get discounts at other restaurants in the UK?
I'm not sure about that, but I get free dinners at the restaurant I work at.
Oh, that's good.
Do you get to pick what dinner or?
Yes. The only thing I'm not allowed is steak because they're very rare, very expensive, and on top of that, because I'm a Hindu, I don't eat anything made from beef products anyway.
Oh right, fair enough. Yeah, I respect that for sure.
Are you just chicken, Nippon?
Huh?
Just chicken? Is that the only animal product you eat?
Nah, anything so long as it's not beef. So, sorry, I'm gonna mention this on your stream, Sadiq, but I do eat bacon.
It's fine. I don't judge.
I know you're a Muslim, so I was scared of mentioning that I eat.
You can mention it. I'm not father. You can mention it.
That I eat pork products. Sorry, Sadiq.
No, you can mention it. I'm not father, bro. You can mention it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Nippon, are you
so long as it's
a
not
sous
beef,
chef?
I'm all for it. Huh?
Are you a sous chef?
Nah, not even close. Call me chef.
Nippon, two things. Listen very carefully. Number one, the food that you get, do you have to cook it?
Thank God, no. I cook all day.
Okay.
I deserve a rest. Someone else cooks for me.
That's fine. Number two, this is the second one. Someone went to the Chelsea training session today, got the microphone, and said, Timo Werner, get out of the club.
I don't know who it was.
Apparently, after the session, people grabbed him and done something with him. I don't know what they done, but that was reported. Straight after the session, they caught him up.
To Timo Werner or to the person who said, get out of my club?
To the person that said it. Apparently, he wasn't a Chelsea fan. It was a rival fan.
Oh, thank God. So because everyone thinks it's Rory Jennings.
Why?
Because he's been a huge critic of Werner.
Listen, anybody who talks like that about a Chelsea player isn't a Chelsea fan. The man's been here 1 year.
Anyway, I have to go now because my friends are waiting for me. I'll try and get on the evening stream, but if I can't, I'll let you know when I can come on, yeah?
We're going to miss you. We're going to miss you so much.
Oh, I'll miss you too. Speak to you in a bit, yeah?
Take care.
Yeah, enjoy your lunch, Nippon.
Enjoy your lunch. Well, there we have it, man. Trying to bring him on as soon as possible. He said he can't stay on long, but it's good to see him anyway. Josh, how are you, first of all?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Matt didn't tell me he's got an interview today. He told me literally 5 minutes ago. He's got an interview.
For work?
Yeah, new job.
Yeah.
So guys, wish him luck in the comments. Show him some love. Yeah. Where's Jesters? Good question. Wayne as well. Big up to you.
Jesters might just be waking up. It's only 8:13 in Texas right now.
Oh. And your time it's
9:13.
Oh, you got 1 hour, 1 hour.
Yeah.
Father, what happened with the guy? What happened? He was an old man.
Did Father beat him up?
What did Father do to him?
Father should have taken him out after he got on the mic.
Apparently, yeah, they were training. They had a I don't know if it was 11-a-side or 9-a-side. None of them were scoring goals.
It's a good sign for the weekend.
Bro, either the defense was that good or were that bad.
Yeah, I mean, they play very, very small space training when they're doing those little 5-a-sides, right? So it's like very tight quarters. I mean, I don't know, man. I wouldn't put too much into that, especially on a Wednesday.
People were worried, man. A lot of people were worried about that.
It is what it is, man. They're either going to score goals or they're not. I don't know what else they can do. Like they train every day, multiple times a day. It's like they're either gonna do it in the game or they're not. There's not. I don't know what more they could really do to improve that.
Yeah, I saw a couple of people wearing the third kit, but it's not official though. The third kit, right?
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, but I think you can get it in Asia for whatever reason. For whatever reason, stuff comes out in Asia like 3 months before everywhere else. But I don't know. Maybe somebody was able to order it off some Etsy, maybe like an Etsy site or something like that, where you can get it on there. But it's not been released by the club yet.
Today, I see a picture today. Some little kids wearing. I was thinking, where the hell did you get that from? Because it's not official.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Man City fan here, KS2 Active. He says he's going to be joining our streams every day until Harry Kane signs for Man City.
Yeah. See you never, then, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't. I just don't see that happening. I think Tottenham will be stubborn, and I think even if City offer 150 or whatever the number is, Tottenham will say no. I just don't see them having any reason to sell him. I mean, they're in a complete position of power when it comes to Harry Kane. Like,
no, I agree with you. It's just like, what's the worst that can happen? If he's forced to stay, do you genuinely think the guy will play like normal?
Yeah, he'll have to, man. Like what he's got like 5 years left on his contract. So if they make him play this year, then he's either gonna have a terrible year and that's good for us, or he's gonna do what he normally does and that's also good for us because that still doesn't ever equate to a trophy. So he can stat pad his golden boots all he wants. I mean, I prefer he stay because City is not a very. I don't know if you got to watch much of their game, but I did not think they looked good either. They're just sort of all over the place. And when De Bruyne and Grealish are on the pitch at the same time, I don't know how that's going to work for them.
No, it's true, man. It's true. Guys, everyone that's tuned in, man, like the video, man. Let's push to 100 likes at least. Subscribe, hit the notification. All my pictures, thumbnails, information today is coming from CFC Daily on Twitter. Make sure you go follow them. Known this guy for like the last 5-6 years. One of the OGs. So go follow him. Not that he needs my followers. If you look at his followers, 229,000 anyway. But you know what I mean? Basically, you can get all the information from him in terms of what happened in the press conference, summarized if you don't have time to watch every single thing. Obviously, Lukaku confirmed we're at number 9. It was confirmed that another user from George, his name's George, sorry, people have grabbed the bloke who slated Timo outside the ground. So hopefully he was dealt with for sure.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Pulisic and Conte weren't at the live training, or is there any update? Is there an
no
update on that?
They just weren't training today. They just weren't training, so it looks like
So
they might have an injury.
Just like a precautionary rest day or something. I know they'll probably try to rest N'Golo as much as they can.
Yeah,
but I hadn't read anything about that. So
yeah. I mean, we'll keep eyes on it for sure. The next 24, 48 hours, we should get updates on those two, Pulisic and Kante. Hopefully, it's not serious. But did you expect Pulisic to start against Arsenal anyway?
No. I don't think he'd start. No. I think it'll be Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku, if I'm being honest. But I guess it kind of depends on the formation. If it's the same formation, if it's the 3-4-3, it'll be Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku. If he, that will be the formation. So those are the three I see starting, and then Timo coming on sometime in the second half for Lukaku. But that's if that's the formation we're going to play. Those are the only three guys I could see him starting right now.
Yeah, it's finally good to see him.
What did he have? Did he have the number 9 on his training kit? Is that how they confirmed it?
No, he had a press conference straight after training with Chelsea. It was live about 10 minutes ago, I think it was. He confirmed he's going to wear number 9.
Okay. All right, cool.
Basically, I put a tweet out, I wrote, can't wait to see Lukaku, Havertz, and Werner. And I'll just say in general, I can't wait to see them play. Like, in general. People thought I said they'll be the front three week in, week out. The likes went from 200 to 2,000 overnight. I refreshed it. It went to 2,800. I refresh it again. Wow. It went to 3,000 plus. But on my notifications, I don't see those likes come through. It was so weird.
Well, it's a good thing because that would have been insane.
I mean,
honestly, I think Havertz, Werner, and Lukaku is the best attacking three, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I don't know. I just don't see him dropping Mason Mount until he has maybe like a run of poor games or something, you know? I personally would like to see Werner, Lukaku, Havertz. I cannot, unless Mason Mount has like a run of poor games. I don't see him not playing.
No, for sure. Mount's probably going to play every single game, man, regardless. It's always played every game. Mount playing deep with Jorginho, definitely not. No way.
No. We've seen Mount in a pivot. It's not what he does best. I don't see it. I think for sure. I watched your stream last night from the late afternoon, the afternoon stream you did. I watched it last night, and I agree with what Jester was saying about Loftus-Cheek being able to play the 6, the 8. He can play on the wing. I think he probably stays just because of how versatile he is. And if we are not going to bring in a midfielder, then he makes the most sense to stay out of the group, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense for sure. We also had reports that I'll probably do a video on later on saying that don't rule out a final late bid for a midfielder towards the end of the window, whether it's Tuchemani, Rice. Athletic came out basically talking about that as well. So
yeah, it's not going to be Declan. It's not going to be Rice. We're not bidding. We're not bidding for Declan Rice. But because of the price on Tchouaméni, they could do it. I mean, they could bid for him. But I just would, if the reports were true that he wants, more first team minutes, I don't know how many of those he'll get. I would like to get him in so we could lock him up because I do think he's going to be one for the future. But it's tough to say. I would prefer to have Koundé first. I want to get him in, and I think with all the sales and loans that we'll be making, over the next week, we'll at least raise half of his, fee or whatever, at least half. So yeah, I mean, he's who I would like to have first and foremost. If they have an opportunity to get a midfielder, I do think we could use one. But if Loftus is going to be healthy, then I think for this season we would be okay with him.
Loftus-Cheek, I haven't seen an update on him about his COVID. I don't know if he's recovered or have you seen anything?
I haven't seen anything on him I didn't see him in the training today. I was looking for him. I didn't see him. And I haven't seen anything. I don't know how long. Is it 5 to 7 days that he would have to isolate for?
Yeah, unless you've got the vaccine from basically the 17th, you no longer need to.
And it's probably a safe bet that he doesn't have the vaccine. So he tested positive last Thursday or Friday, they said. So he's just now coming up on a week. So if he's back, because I saw Andrew is back already, and that was a while ago that he tested positive. But I would expect Ruben back maybe on next Monday, or maybe Sunday, depending on. No, Sunday they play, so probably Monday he would be back in training. I would, if all's well with his health.
Yeah, Jester's quite angry at me today.
Jester's angry?
Yeah.
Are they getting at him in the comments or something?
No. He messaged me saying, "Can't lie, feeling a bit disrespected this morning. I think I did send the link."
Now you know how it feels, Jester.
Come on, Justice, man. I didn't mean it. This is the second time I'm streaming at this time. Have you not realized this is the second time? I don't really stream at this time.
One American per stream with Sadiq, okay?
I sent him the link. Hopefully he comes on. I hope he didn't really take it that serious. Just as if you're watching or listening, hopefully things are okay with you. Look, I'll give you Pulisic prop if you really want me to. If it makes you feel better, I'll push it. You know what I mean? He's angry at me or disrespected. He feels. So,
he was on point last night, man. He was doing his best to keep things on.
Bro, it was so hard yesterday.
Yeah, it was an interesting. It was a fun, like from just an complete outsider's perspective watching it. It was entertaining, but I could see where it would be frustrating if you're trying to talk about any topic.
Yeah, Father, man, that guy's. I don't know how much he sent in general. I think he sent close to £200. I think it was.
Yeah, that's
crazy. He broke the record though. He broke the record. He gave me 121 in one go.
He broke Strip Bear's record.
He broke Strip Bear's record.
Was that to get a certain person off the stream, or was it just to make a comment?
I didn't flag it up. I think it was a disrespect comment to not with swear words, but I didn't put it up. I don't know if you saw my face. I'll just out of it. I'll just like flip sake like. Yeah,
I feel like Fodder has a separate bank account just for disrespectful donations.
Yeah, crazy. Even Sir Gareth sent £20. I think it was.
Yeah,
Sir Gareth. Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, man. I heard you guys were also talking about the back four and things. I just don't see us going to a back four next season. Maybe at times. And it also depends on who's on the field. So if that right center back is capable of playing right back as well, like maybe they could shift to that at some point. Because we know Chilwell can play both left back and left wing back, so he could slot back pretty easily. So if you had like a Reece James or an Asby or a Chaloba on the pitch, like they can all play right back. It becomes a little different if like Christensen is in the right center back spot, then he's not really going to play right back. So you probably won't see any kind of forward to back if he's back there. But I do think he'll start there this weekend. I actually think the back three this weekend will be Rudiger, Silva, and Christensen.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's a bit weird though. Obviously, I thought eventually we'll go back to back four, but seeing that we haven't made any signings, I just don't see it. Why change something if it's not damaged?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't add anybody to the group. So it's like if you didn't add anybody to the group who's comfortable in a back four, then you're not going to switch back. But yeah, I mean that for me, that's the three I see this weekend is Rudiger, Silva, and Christensen. I just those are the three I would start in this game. And then at right wing back, it would either be Asby or James if James is healthy. And good to go. I would prefer to start him there. I would start Chilwell at left wing back this week. I mean, they have to play at some point. So you can't just be like, well, they haven't had matches yet. Like they played in the backdoor matches. But they've got to play games at some point. So
yeah, no, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So you think Jalabal will be dropped to the bench?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of him. I said at the beginning of this whole season that I thought he would be the one that would stay because I would followed him at Lorient last year and his loan previous to that, and he was very good. And so I thought he had an outside chance of making the team, which he ended up playing really well in the preseason. But obviously Christensen is a better player than him. I would put him at right center back ahead of Chalobah, in general. But if he plays, he plays. Like I don't not have confidence in him. I think if he plays, then right now he's riding a good run of form. So, but I do think Christensen, Silva, and Rudiger will probably start.
No, I agree with that, man. Crofty, which Twitter are you chatting about, man? Which tweet are you talking about? This one. You talking about this one?
What is this about?
Oh yeah, the guy shouts it. Let's listen to it. Hang on.
Scoring 2 against Arsenal, Wolfie.
I want to get some more score predictions as well. Right, I found someone. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Listen, I got a word. Yeah, let's have it right. Get Werner out the club.
Wow.
You get out! You guys! Get out! Ignore that. One last surprise for you. You get out!
That's
Wow.
mad.
A little ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That guy, I'd have him. That's a stadium ban for me.
The thing is, I think he was an Arsenal fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a rival fan, basically.
Yeah, that's. I would hope so because I wouldn't consider anyone a Chelsea fan who has that sort of who would say that to a player.
I'm not gonna lie, it
Especially-
sounds like Johnny, dude. Listen to it properly again. It sounds like
Scoring
Johnny.
2 against Arsenal, Wolfie.
I want to get some more score predictions as well. Right, I found someone. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Listen, I got a word. Yeah, let's have it right.
That bit. Let's have it right. That sounds like Johnny.
That sounds like Johnny.
That sounds like Johnny.
Get
Johnny
Werner.
says that all the time.
Let's have it right. Listen, I got a word. Yeah, let's have it right. Get Werner out the
Sounds
club.
like Fata, actually. The voice sounds like Fata.
Oh yeah, it does. The throat.
Yeah, it does sound like Fata.
Yeah.
Let's have it right. Johnny says let's have it right all the
Let's have
time.
it right.
It
Yeah,
must
he
be-
said that.
That must be a English thing or an English saying.
Yeah, it's like the in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yo, Jesus, what are you
Yuntu.
saying, man?
What you saying?
You angry at me?
Man, look, this ain't the time or place to do this, but
I feel like
but since you aired me on stream, let's get it right. You've asked me to commit to come to reviews and previews and forgo any other streams. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But when you know that I'm available, you can't drop me a link before you even come on and say, "Hey, man, come on," because I've made that commitment to you. You can't make no commitment, huh?
Were you in the comments?
No, man. I shouldn't have to ask.
Listen to me.
I shouldn't have to ask.
Listen to me. Basically, I had to take an emergency half day off for my car to fix. Okay, I came back. I was rushing. I see Josh asked me. Josh, I sent it to you a bit late. Come on, I didn't send it to you in advance, did I?
No, it already started.
See, I thought I was part of the team. I guess I'm just an outsider now, huh?
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, Jessica. I think I told him. I think you
took my spot, man.
I filled the American quota before anybody could get on here. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what, man. You expect that from a woman, but from a man? Man, I thought it was deeper, man. Bro bonds and stuff like that.
Hey, listen. I've learned my lesson, yeah? I've learned my lesson from now, all right? I won't do it again in future.
No. Just chewing the fat, man.
Jester back three this weekend. Rudiger, Silva, Christensen.
Quite possibly. It depends if he's going to go with Reese or Aspie at right wing back.
Right.
Because if they're saying Aspie's still the team captain, you would imagine that he will be on the field in one of those two positions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're going to
see it.
Yeah, maybe they're going to get Silva a little bit more time to recover from the summer.
Yeah, I mean, if they're still letting him recover, then Christensen will be back in the middle, and it'll probably be Chaloba on the right again, and Aspie at right wing. I would see Aspie at right wing back probably more than right center back.
Well, I like RJ there better because I think his crossing is next
I agree,
level.
100%.
The man's got it. You know, whatever you want to say about Marcus Alonso and Ziyech's left foot, Reece James has that in his right.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I was telling Sadiq before, I think when it comes to Chilwell and James, like they have to play at some point. So you're going to have to put him on the pitch at some point.
I mean,
so
for me, I'm not worried about the attack. I'm not worried about their attack whatsoever.
Yeah, me either. They're not even playing with they don't have a striker. They're playing like an academy striker and Martinelli, and I'm not worried about that either.
It's funny. They're all like, "Oh, well, we didn't have Aubameyang and Lacazette." But I don't have enough toes and fingers that I can count on. The amount of times Arsenal fans last year were like, "We need to play the youth. Let's play Balogun and Martinelli," and they do that, and then they complain, "Oh, well, we didn't have our strongest." No, that's what you've been calling for over a year, to get the older players out and to play the youth. They do that, and then you're like, "Oh, well, no. We want Aubameyang and Lacazette back." They're an utter waste of a club. They're Banter FC. That's the only trophy they're winning this year. So sit down in your overpriced stadium with your overpriced tickets, and understand that London is blue. It's going to be blue for the foreseeable future, because it dang sure ain't going to be red anytime soon. That's a waste of a club right there. That's all it is.
I don't know what this team's obsession is with Martin Odegaard, but to be going after him as hard as they are for a guy who literally did nothing for their club last year is amazing to me. It's such a funny scenario. Like, this kid he was there for the year and did absolutely nothing. But they.
One of my favorite Arsenal streamers is Hugh. He's funny as hell. He does a late night fraudulence. I don't know if you've ever caught it, but I had to super chat him last night. It's like, are they playing protests to get the game canceled, to get the owner out, or to stop your team from the beating they're about to receive? It's just
who's channel?
Hugh.
Oh, sorry. Who's someone else?
Yeah, Hugh. I mean, that guy's hilarious. He really is. He's one of the more reasonable Arsenal fans, right? He could actually have a conversation with the guy. Him and a few others, but most of them are just egal. Most of them are like egal. You know, he was on Monster yesterday, and dude cut out. We chased him all the way over to Terry's stream.
Yeah, I saw that.
And bantered him. And so he finally came back to Monster stream. But it's just.
Listen, I'll be honest too. When I watch that, somebody has to tell me what. And this happens every year when we do the combined 11. Please tell me what Kieran Tierney does that why Ben Chilwell wouldn't play over Kieran Tierney. I don't rate Kieran Tierney nearly as high as a lot of people do. I just don't see it. Like, I mean, I know they want to have somebody in their 11, like, and he might be like the only one who could maybe squeak in. But for me, Ben Chilwell is so much better than Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, statistically, he was better than Kieran Tierney. He had more goals and assists, I believe. I think
it seems like every time somebody does a combined 11, it's like, oh, he's in right away. I'm like, well, what? Like,
no.
Yeah. Okay. I
combined
guess
11 is actually Chelsea's starting 11.
I agree.
They don't have anybody that would get in our starting 11. Period. End of story. And if they think they do, they're just delusional.
And what?
Yeah, I wouldn't even put him on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like
better than Andreas Christensen or Thiago Silva or Trevor Chalobah, from what we've seen.
This is another one of those things where people were talking when you said this yesterday, Jester. Like, if the fans are angry with Kroenke has given them a lot of money to invest into the team. They just buy horrible players. Like, the people that they go spend the money on are terrible. Like, they're talking about going and buying Martin Odegaard right now, and that's not a joke.
Done.
They say it's done. They say it's done.
Yeah, it's done. From what I saw, from what Fabrizio said, here we go is right around the corner. So I like, if that's the guy you think is going to change, you just gave Emil Smith Rowe the number 10, and now you're bringing in Martin Odegaard to do what? I don't like. It's a terrible buy. They have no striker. Go buy a striker. What do you like? What are they thinking?
They paid £34 million for Martin Odegaard, and they could have had Tammy for the same price.
Yeah, I mean, they have no striker. They played no striker against Brentford. That I don't care if the academy. You have an academy kid up top. That means you have no striker.
Yeah, it's not even that deep. They just they've look. Let this sink in. They have spent net spend over when they get all done, it'll be over £100 million. We have our net spend right now is zero.
Yep.
Okay, if you add Koundé to that, let's say £60 million. Okay, if we have another
10 players to sell.
So if we don't do any other business, our net spend will be £60 million, and we will have Romelu Lukaku, top 5 striker in the world, and Jules Koundé, one of the most widely respected as an up and coming center back in European football. So we spent less and gotten more.
Yep.
So,
and I believe they're targeting one other player as well, aren't they? After Odegaard, they have another.
Ramsdale.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
just insane to me.
30 million.
Yeah, so they're going to get Ramsdale in to replace Leno, and it's like, is that an upgrade? I don't think so. I think that's downgrade.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's like, don't protest Kroenke. Protest your board and your president of football operations and people who are recommending that you go waste money on these ridiculous players. Like,
yeah, and because they put people on extreme wages to get them to the club, they can't resell them. So their net spend is always high. Our net spend is not that high because of our wage structure, because of Marina, who can, if you can sell Morata for what she got for him for, then you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I had a phone call coming in. I might have to call. It's my mom calling, and I found out that she has COVID. 74.
No.
Yeah.
Hang on. May I ask if she's vaccinated?
No.
Is she anti-vax?
Oh no, we're not taking the vaccines. Not because if it's the Delta variant anyway, so it wouldn't have stopped it.
Okay, right. Well, I hope she gets well as soon as possible. Who's she living with?
No, she's asked me. Actually, she just asked me about if I got her mail.
Fair enough. Guys, run up the likes, man. We've got over 144 people. Let's get to 100 likes at least, 110, 120. And send some love to Justice, of course, following his news. We've got Evox saying praying for your mother, Justice. Yep.
I appreciate it. Actually, her husband has it too, and he's 79. And he just had a triple bypass last year. And he has diabetes. So yeah, it's all good. They're doing very, really well. They're out of state right now, so I gotta check on their house.
You live near them, right? Or
yeah, next door.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. The way you sounded was that you're hours away or something.
No. I live next door.
That's all right then. I never hear people that have what you both own it.
No. I'm buying a piece of land out in the country away from everybody. So when everything goes wrong, I'll have a place where there's nobody around.
Sounds a bit scary, man.
Hey, man, if you see what's been going on in the world lately,
yeah,
it'd be nice to have a place where nobody knows where you are.
What, a different state or?
No, yeah. Texas is so big. You could go out. I live very close. Well, to George Bush's ranch. He's right down the road from me. And I say that, he's probably 60 or 70 miles down the road, but that's right down the road in Texas.
Right.
So there's a lot of open area ranches. And, the thing about big cities is when things go awry, they start in the big cities and then they go out to, but so it takes a long time for them to get to the country. And
yeah,
it's just but that's that story. That's why she's calling.
Understood.
But it's not that they're going into the hospital or anything like that, which is good. So
just getting a message. The thing is, I don't know if you saw the report from Athletic today. I was going to do a video later on about it in terms of don't rule out a late bid for a midfielder towards the end of the window.
Yeah.
So I don't want to speak too much on that one, but this Conde one, I'm not seeing any progress, any news, any updates, anything.
That's because that's how we work. So, you didn't hear, until Lukaku got to the final stages, you didn't hear anything on Lukaku either. Even though H. Grimes said May 28th, Lukaku to Chelsea. You didn't hear anything for almost 2 months about that deal. And then all of a sudden, boom, Lukaku. That's because we don't do our business in public. So I'm guessing they're behind, we know that personal terms are agreed. And look, we had reports up to last week that Zuma leaving had nothing to do with Koundé coming in, right? So this is all speculation on why it's not done yet.
Yeah.
So, there's been so many different reports from some of the same tier type reporters saying one thing one week and another thing this week, because that's how Chelsea Football Club works. You never know what they're going to do until they're ready for you to know what they're doing. And that's why clubs like to work with us, because what if they're, we know that Sevilla has signed Thomas Delaney from Dortmund for £5 million or €5 million. So that's a center defensive midfielder. They need to replace Jules Koundé.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what if we're waiting for for a big time leak or have it released to the press? What if we're waiting for them to sign his replacement? Just like we did with Lukaku. They're waiting for Dzeko to be done because once clubs know you have money, the price for that player goes up, the one you want to buy. So we don't know those things, and that's something that we'll never know. I still think that Koundé is going to be a done thing, especially since his release clause goes up next after this transfer window.
Yeah, I think Koundé for sure will hopefully get done, and then that will probably be the window unless there's some last minute issue that we have to buy a midfielder.
I'm going to bring up another name that hasn't been out in a while, but we talked about it way back in May or early
Ronaldo.
June. No, Julian Weigl.
Oh, Weigl. Yeah, I mean, he was 25 was his valuation, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's not very expensive, and he is kind of a like-to-like substitution for Jorginho. And that would give Tchouaméni one more year to develop, and then you go in for him next summer. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that his name was mentioned alongside Tchouaméni and Rice. Because there's links there with Tuchel. He coached him at Dortmund. Again, more of a direct substitution or replacement for Jorginho when you want to give him rest. Some of that, kind of a regista role. He passes the ball very well. Still, it actually has some of the same fragilities as Jorginho as well. Even though he's more physical, he still lacks that top end pace. So he's going to be more of a sitter. But it gives you a little bit more height in the midfield. So I would not be overly surprised if it came out of nowhere and everybody's like, well, where did this come from? Well, it was mentioned. Big up, Strip Bear.
Big up, Strip Bear, man. Appreciate
What's up, Strip Bear? I would like to see us do.
Josh,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
We have a video of the guy that abused Werner. Not fully clear. We're trying to find out who it is and just share it on the screen.
Leave that man alone. He's already got enough hate. Is it Johnny?
That's all we can get.
Again. That's his opinion. At least he had the balls to say what a lot of people have said on Twitter. Chelsea fans on Twitter have slated Werner after bad games all the time. You pull up the history. At least whoever this is had the balls to go on to an open microphone and say it. Okay, and maybe he didn't even mean it. Maybe he's just a troll to get attention. Because people think negative attention is the same as positive attention. So
I don't really stand for the Werner slander. I just don't, man. Like the guy has been here one season. He wasn't terrible last year. He had 27 goal contributions. Would we have liked him to put the ball in the back of the net a few more times? Yeah, obviously. But so would he. It's not like he's happy with the way he played last year. Romelu Lukaku will help him tremendously if they play together the way that they're both suited. So this whole get this guy out of the club, he's trash, he's not a good player. I think that's absolute hogwash, man. Timo Werner is a really good player, man. Really good player.
So what are you going to do when you find this guy? What are you going to beat him up? You're going to What is that going to do for you except getting thrown in jail?
No, in UK you get away with some dumb stuff. I'm sure in America it's the same.
But still, I mean, you start beating him up, and a dude dies over something like that.
Yeah.
I think people just need to calm down a little bit. Okay, it's not that deep. He made an idiot of himself. Let him live with being an idiot and a pariah. Leave it be. Don't make it worse than it has to be. You know, everybody's all in. Huh?
What would you say? If it was Pulisic, what would you have said?
Same thing, man. I'm not trying. Look, I'm old. I'm not trying to go to jail for doing something stupid.
Yeah, man. I agree. Like, the older you get, the more you realize that there's no upside to getting into fights, man. There just isn't. Like, the worst case scenario, you hit somebody, they hit their head, they die, you go to prison. Like, I mean, the guy made a dumb comment. He probably got chased out of the stadium, I'm sure. And just let it be. You probably won't ever see that guy again in your life. And like Jester said, there have been plenty of people, probably people in this chat, who have said worse things about Timo Werner over the last year. So just let the man be. Let him learn. Let him play the game. Let him have more. We've played one game this season. Like, let's just let the season play out. It is what it is, man. It's ridiculous to be like hunting people down for a stupid comment.
Yeah, and if you're gonna try to find all of his accounts and ruin his life online, what happens if, you know, we always talk about mental health. We had 2 games this year about mental health. What happens if the dude offs himself because of what you've done online to him? You gonna feel real good about yourself? Big person there. Leave it be and move on. It's just one dude's opinion. It's not that deep. It's not like it's Thomas Tuchel coming out and saying that.
Yeah. If anything, that will probably make Tuchel start him this weekend, just for that.
Yeah, dude, it was a joke. People, you guys deep that stuff way too much.
We found him.
Oh, they found him. That's great.
Yeah, that's another thing, folks. If you're gonna make a fool of yourself in today's age, it's very easy to find people. It's not that hard.
And you better hope it is him, Fata, because what you've done right now is a violation of YouTube terms. You can be banned from YouTube right now for doing that.
For doxing?
No, this person defended Werner. The one that got.
Oh, CFC found him on Twitter. Is that what he's saying?
No. You don't know what? You know in the actual video where the girl gets up and starts shouting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
That's the girl.
But see, the way that's worded, it doesn't say that.
Yeah.
Again, stop. There's no reason to do anything. You know, if would you like to get run off of Twitter or YouTube or any other social media for something you said, an opinion you held? I mean, I know that's the thing nowadays. To be outraged by something somebody says, it's just words. You think Timo's bothered by it? No.
I think he would be.
I don't.
Yeah, listen, they sing his name more than anybody on the team during the games. So I don't think he knows people were unhappy with his season. I don't think that's news to him. They ask him about it after every game.
Right.
Like, do you wish you scored more? Do you miss this opportunity? Like, they ask him about. He knows, he's aware that people want him to score more. He wants to score more. He is a world-class player at the highest level. He wants the best for himself and the team. He wants to score goals. To think that he somehow is just like, you know, lost his touch for scoring goals. Like, no, the man, that's what he does for a living. He will score. He will come good. He will score plenty of goals for Chelsea. He'll assist plenty of goals. He'll make runs that result in goals for Chelsea. Just let the man be.
Yep. But everybody has to, you know, break up in their tribes and, oh, let's go get this guy.
He plays for your club.
Yeah.
For the love of God, you should want the best for him. You should want it. You should be wanting to uplift him and get his confidence going again.
I'm just surprised that I haven't heard I haven't seen more. Where was Pulisic today? Was he hurt again? In the
Yeah,
comments,
man, it's
it was just
What is there? I asked Sadiq if were him and Conte just held out for precaution. I didn't read anything about it.
first of all, that wasn't a real training session. It was a glorified media event.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
No
get
question.
it. Let's get it real. It was staged so people could see Lukaku practice.
Right,
Okay?
because they did train. They trained at Cobham already.
Yeah, and nobody knows.
got another one today as well, I think.
Yeah, there's another training. There's a closed session today, and I'm sure if he was injured, we would have already heard about it by somebody. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
so-
Conte's not. Conte, they will probably he'll be ready to go for a game. They're not going to risk getting him hurt during the week. Like they know you can just throw that man out there and he'll be good to go. So there's no
Yeah.
reason to rush him into training.
I think people, like I said, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Tuchel said that Conte would be back in training today. Most likely it's going to be in the closed session, so wait for the
Yeah.
pictures to come out.
Right.
So just chill. According to Thomas Tuchel, we're 100% fit. Just the last thing he said, we'll be 100%. We're just talking about that.
I kicked it by accident.
Wonderful.
I kicked it by
Yeah, I guess you got that one in your pocket, huh?
I kicked it by accident.
Oh, now it's come up on chat. Man, my delay is awesome over here.
See, I use my phone for these, so I don't even see the chats. So like, it's one of those. It's like one of those bright sides. So like, if you're getting bunned in the chat, like I wouldn't even know unless Sadiq started like popping them up for me to see.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You
same.
don't have a Werner agenda, both you in the panel. You don't got a Werner agenda, man.
I love Timo, dude. I love Timo Werner. I was so happy when they signed him last year.
You know what I mean? Clapping.
For what?
If it was Hudson-Odoi.
I don't want Hudson-Odoi out of the club.
Yeah.
I just want Chostans out of the club. I just want everybody to understand it is what it is. It's really not that deep. You know, why do we have to keep having conversations on somebody who doesn't start?
Yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah,
training,
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever said it.
for training, he was on the left side, by the way.
Well, no, there was no Pulisic out there, so he would be. The guys ahead of him, on the depth chart were not there, so somebody's got to fill in.
Drink water, people. It's good for you.
Yeah, I've never
But
said a
not
negative.
Danny, right? Not the Danny drink.
Yeah, not Danny. I can tell you who he for sure wasn't there. Yeah, I don't think I've honestly ever said a negative thing about Callum. I'm in the same boat as Jester. Like, if he's not playing, I've got nothing to say about him. Like, every manager we've had said he has to do it in training to be able to play. And so until I see him playing regular games, I have nothing to say about him.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not that deep. My thing is I've always said it's for Callum's future. He needs to go get play time, whether that's a loan or a sell. We don't know, but he needs to go get game time, consistent game time, week in, week out, and that's not something he's going to get at Chelsea Football Club.
Guys,
even though I've seen the Twitter feeds with people having Callum in their starting lineup, saying it's an unbeatable starting lineup. Are you kidding me? There's disrespect to Reece James. And
can you look off the channel for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I've got to go in a meeting call quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Take over, yeah? I'll be back.
I haven't. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He's not going to play. If he plays, it's because a lot of people are hurt.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
drop
I mean,
some questions. Drop your questions. What do you want to know? You want to do a starting 11 for Saturday
yeah, let's do it.
or Sunday?
I have my opinion on that. So
Well, I'm guessing we're all going to agree Mendy at keeper, right?
Mendy in goal. Yep, Mendy in goal for sure.
Back three.
Yep, back three. I think formation's the same, 3-4-3. Back three for me, I think I already mentioned it. For me, it would be Rudiger, Silva, Christensen. That all depends on Silva's level of fitness. If it's not Silva, then it's Rudiger, Christensen, Chalobah, in my opinion. So one of those two combinations.
Okay, I can't really disagree. I think we could see Azpilicueta there.
Yep.
But that's one of those things. Tuchel always gives you a surprise. So even though we're saying this, that you're going to have one or two of them wrong.
Yeah,
because that's what he does.
No question.
So wingbacks.
Yeah, for me, Ben Chilwell, left wing back. It's time to see him. Right wing back for me is going to be. I would prefer Reece James, but I'll say Azpilicueta.
I would agree. I would prefer Reece James there. And if you have to play Azpilicueta, I would prefer him at right center back. But again, Thomas Tuchel always plays that wild card.
Yep.
So I could see it either way.
Yep.
Pivot, it's got to be Jorginho Conte.
Jorginho Conte for me. Yep, agreed.
Yep.
I think Ruben. I think he's still in quarantine until tomorrow or Friday. Probably. I think he has to do 7 days.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be in the squad.
He won't be in the squad, so it'll be probably like a Kovacic as a sub in the second half at some point for probably Conte.
Yeah, I would. I don't think Conte is going to go 90. I think that they're going to really monitor his minutes this year.
Yep.
And when we don't need him on the pitch, he won't be.
I agree.
Trevor Chalobah, Bertram, we said that it's possible he'll start. However, I think that more than likely you'll see a back three somewhat of what you saw last year in either Azpilicueta or Christensen or Thiago being in there.
Yep. It all depends on fitness levels and where Tuchel sees them, where their fitness level is. If they're fully fit, it's probably what we saw last year, Silva, Christensen, Rudiger. If Silva's still not there yet, it's Rudiger, Christensen, Chalobah probably, or Asby. George Conte for me in the pivot as well. Yeah.
So now we get to the front three. This is where everybody, of course, Big Rom is going to be there. So I don't think we have a disagreement there.
And I think King Kai is there as well.
I fully agree. I think King Kai is there. So now we come to the left side, and we're going to pit Minerals FC against Turbo FC.
Yep. I told this to Sadiq, like, I think it's Mount until he has a run of poor games. Like, I just don't see. I would prefer Timo. Again, I think Timo, Lukaku, Havertz is the best attacking three that we have. Attacking three. But I feel like Mount will play just for a bunch of reasons that don't have to do with attacking. But
and so have you? I get you don't have Twitter.
No,
but there's a big debate going on because kind of comparing Kovacic's open play assists last year to Mount's. Did you know that Kovacic had a more open play assists last year than Mason Mount?
I didn't know that, but I would not. If you told me that and that was true, I would not be surprised at all. Because that's Mount, for all the good things he does on the pitch, attacking right now isn't one of them. Like, in my opinion, he has the ability to do that, but that's not what he's doing on the pitch. What he's doing on the pitch is sort of being like a vacuum cleaner, running around, cleaning up, covering for the midfield in certain spaces.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't do much going forward. At least he didn't last year. If it's going to be different this year, that's one thing. If Tuchel's going to give him more freedom to be more creative, maybe we see that. But I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. I like Mason Mount, and I know guys like Johnny love him and think he's undroppable. But if he goes on a run of games where he's not doing anything other than the dirty work, I would like to see an attacking mindset up top.
Right. Yeah. I have to agree with the argument on Twitter that Mason Mount gets far more credit for doing far less, and other players will get stick for doing that same thing. So,
yeah.
Look, it is what it is. He's an Englishman that starts for the English national team. He's always going to get more praise.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. That's just,
yeah.
It is what it is. Look, this is not a slating Mason Mount session.
Nope.
Let's have it correct. Mason Mount's best position is a box-to-box 8. That's his best position.
Agreed.
We have far more attacking-minded players on the roster. However, Tuchel doesn't want to play with 8s right now. So you have to pigeonhole him into a 10 or an inside forward, whatever you want to say they're playing. So I think he adjusted and played well there last year. He was, again, he does, as everybody gives him credit for, if he's not scoring or assisting, he does put in 100% effort. Although, to me, that's the bare minimum you're supposed to do anyway.
yeah.
I mean, that's how I was taught in sport. And
it's like one of those things. Like what do you? I want my attacking players to be progressive, going forward, scoring, assisting, wreaking havoc on the defensive side of the thing. I don't necessarily need my attackers to be playing defensive midfield, basically. And I feel like he falls too much into that sometimes, where he's too much of a tweener when you play him in the front three. Like you said, we don't play with 8s, so to get him on the pitch, you have to put him there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what Tuchel's. He clearly rates him. I think everyone rates him, but like you're sort of giving up an attacking position when he's on the field. You just are. Like, does he occasionally? He occasionally will get into the box. He'll occasionally make a pass. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think at some point you'll see Werner, Lukaku, and Havertz in this game, but I don't think it's from the start. So for me, Mason Mount will probably start.
Yeah, absolutely. For all said, I'm about 90% sure that Mason Mount starts. Mike London 79 UK. I did not spell my name wrong. That's the way it's spelt, because it's not that deep, dude. That's my old Xbox login. The other way was not available. This one was not that deep.
Also, like Jester, what would you consider with Mount playing the way he plays? Like, what would you consider a poor run of form from him? Because if we're already if we're already conceding that like he's not going to score and assist much, what does a poor game from him look like?
Well, again, that's all opinion based, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
He never has a poor game. I mean, and I think we all know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
He wants to deep him on Conte's level.
Yeah.
Look, Mason, I expect to have a better year than I expect all our players have a better year than last year. And if they don't, then there's a massive problem.
Yep.
All we're saying is that as a pure attacker, we have better options.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. Like, what are you asking for from your attacking players? Do you want all 3 players to be attacking, or do you want 2 of them to attack and 1 of them to sort of just roam around the midfield? Because to me, I don't know if I could tell you what a bad game would look like from him if we're conceding that he's not going to score and assist much. then I don't know if I could tell you what a poor game would look like from him. Like maybe losing possession, I guess, would constitute as like some poor form, but I don't know. It's a tough one. It's probably one of the hardest positions on this team to talk about if we're going to stay in this formation. If we were in a 4-2-2, he's on the field pretty easily. There's a position there for him where you don't really have to lose an attacker to have him on the pitch.
So, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
Footy accumulator via Miguel Delaney via the Independent. So, since I'm not English, people tell me how reliable the Independent is.
I've seen Miguel Delaney tweets before quite a bit. That's a familiar name.
Yeah, but it's not his. It's not his.
He's reporting it from the Independent.
Right. And anybody Independent? Anybody know if they're reliable? Okay. Well, they're saying that a £150 million bid is being prepared by Man City for Harry Kane.
Yeah, I read something like that this morning too on an Instagram page that what they're gonna try for a 150 bid. Again, I told Sadiq this morning I don't see Tottenham selling him. I think 150 they still wouldn't sell him.
Well, I think maybe so, but I think they want. Yeah, Mike, dude, I understand how vengeance is spelled. I have a pretty high IQ. It's not that deep. You've really got to move on, bro.
Yes, if one word is taken, you have to find variants of that word to use, guys.
Lord have mercy. I'm talking about the video.
It's just to me like Tottenham are in such a position of power with him that if they don't want to sell him, then it doesn't matter. It's sort of like Holland. Like if they don't want to sell him, they're not going to sell him no matter what the price is. Yeah. I mean, maybe they want the money or they need the money, but it doesn't help their team, in my opinion.
Bertram, I can't watch a video right now. I can't have two things going on in my headset. It's quite annoying. As far as 150 million pounds, no, it's 150 million euro, which is 125 million pounds, and that's been rejected out of hand. And reportedly, Levy's not even taking City's calls, so they're either going to hit.
They want 150 pound, right? Not euros, or 150 pound is what they would maybe consider.
Yeah, that's we'll pick up the phone if you offer 150 million pounds. Anything less, we're not even answering the phone. I do not play Ultimate Team. EA already gets enough of my money. They're not getting it anymore. Just the way it is. It's not that deep. And plus, I don't play on Xbox or PlayStation. I play on computer. My Xbox is in a box.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't see him going there this late in the window, especially Tottenham not being able to. They'd have to play Son there the whole year as the striker, but they'd have basically nobody to back him up. It would be very late for them to try to get a striker.
Well, they've been linked with Vlahovic. I think that's pretty well down the pipeline as a replacement. They might bring him in anyway because Harry Kane's going to get injured this year. We all know that.
Well, that's what I mean. They were trying to get Lautaro, right? So, like, I don't know if that was a Kane replacement or somebody to play with Kane. Maybe they want to run two strikers up top.
Well, you still have to have a rotational striker because without Kane, they don't have the depth at that position. They have Harry Kane and nobody else.
Yeah.
I mean, they played Son there, and Son's better, I believe, off the left coming inside. Not to say you can't play there. Obviously, he scored against City, but that's not hard to do nowadays. As long as
Right.
as long as you stick to the Tuchel formula of how to beat City, they're pretty easy to beat. I say
Yeah.
that, as long as they don't score against you.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I watched that game. I watched the City game, and I was not impressed. If they don't have a striker, like a recognized number 9, they're in trouble. And I still don't see with De Bruyne and Grealish on the pitch at the same time how that. I don't think that benefits their team at all, if I'm being perfectly honest. But we'll see. I mean, I guess there's 10, 11 days left in the window. What's today, the 18th?
Yeah, so
So
we
like
have
maybe 12 days.
12, 13 days. There's 31 days
Yeah.
in August, I believe. So, that it is what it is. I don't think Grealish fits that system at all.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think he looks poor. It's going to take time for him to integrate. So we might see a
Especially
start
with no
like
striker.
last year. Yeah, I think we're going to see a start from City like last year. And this year might be the year they don't turn it on. How many injuries has Kevin De Bruyne had in the last 6 months? Quite a few.
Yep.
And he's past that magic age. I think he's past 30, is he not?
He might be at the end of his 20s, his late 20s.
Can anybody tell me in comments how old is
I'll look. Cool.
Mr. KDB? I mean, I can look it up too, but it's easier to get the peeps to do our work. Oy.
He is 30.
Yeah. Things don't get better after 30 physically, folks.
I can attest to that.
Oh, I can attest to that too. I've been there longer than you have.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, our season is going to be all about beating pounding the small teams. We have to get 3 points in those games. Like, we're going to lose games this year. We're going to draw games. It happens every season. But you don't want it to be the games that you should win. Like, you want 3 points from the mid to lower half of the table. You want 3 points every time.
Well, and that's what Man United did better than us last year. And that's why they came in second, is they beat the teams they were supposed to beat. Really didn't, with a few exceptions, really didn't beat the top teams.
Yeah.
Beat the teams they're supposed to beat. And that's the first thing you have to do if you want to win the title, is beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And I think that's what Rom does. It ensures that you're going to beat the teams you should beat. And then he's going to give you that edge in the top flight games, because you have to plan for him. You have to say, who's going to mark him? How are we going to play him? So you actually have to put a game plan in effect just to play Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah.
Lewandowski, look, Lewandowski, if you talk to people in Germany, has lost a step because he's old. Okay, he's 34. That's old for sport. 30. I think he's 34 now.
Yeah. Did you watch that game yesterday?
Oh, he's horrible.
Yeah. Well, Erling did not rate very high. I don't know. I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I think he was like a mid-6 on the rating I saw.
Yeah, it was a poor game. But I have to say, watching the referee in that game, it almost looks like it's Bayern picks the referee for the game.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. It is really bad. So, Lewandowski is 32. He's lost a step, according to people in the know in Germany. So
yeah, I mean, he can still strike the ball beautifully. Like, that's not. I don't think you're saying that. Just like a step of pace, maybe.
Lampard can still strike a ball, but you're not putting him on the field.
Yeah.
So
no, it's
not that deep. But yeah, it was a poor showing from Dortmund. You know, they had a chance to bring in enough money this summer to rebuild in the entire team, and
Yep.
they didn't. So
Yeah, I'm done with Dortmund. Dortmund was a team before this summer that I had a little bit of respect for, but I'm done with that. I'm done.
Am I disappointed we didn't get Holland? Yeah, because you know that he has his whole entire career in front of him. Does that mean I didn't want Lukaku? No.
Yeah.
The separation between the top 5 strikers in the world is not that big.
Yeah.
So as long as you get one of them, then you're ensuring that you know you have a goal scorer on the pitch.
Yeah. No, Lukaku. I'm ecstatic to have Lukaku. It was one of those two guys. If you didn't get one of those two guys, then things would get real tricky. But
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, well, Vardy, you understand. Look, there's exceptions to every rule, but the rule in tow is once you get over 30, you're on the downside of your career. Okay, that is the rule in every sport.
And it's the beginning of the season too, so his legs are as fresh as they're going to be this year. You know.
And look what Leicester's done. They brought in Pasandaka. They have Iheanacho, and they brought in somebody else, didn't they? Not
as a striker.
That they brought in another attacker.
I don't. Samar is midfield, so
he's a midfielder. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just Pasandaka they brought in.
I don't know. Part of me feels like you're right, but I off my head I can't think of it.
Yeah. So they're already planning for life after Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, I wish he's a guy I would have liked us. I know we tried to go after him a couple of seasons ago. I'm a guy. I wish he would have made that jump like 2 or 3 seasons ago to us. Vardy? I think he would have been. Yeah, I think we offered like 50 million for him or something like that. But
yeah, I don't know.
You know, it is what it is. So it would have been interesting to see him in our team a few years ago, but.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no. Nims, the Lukaku signing means we are out of the Holland race, and all signs point to Erling Haaland going to Real Madrid. So he won't be coming to the Premier League. He'll be going to Real Madrid.
Yeah, and for those people who don't think that Madrid could absolutely afford 75 million for a buyout clause, and they're going to get Mbappe on a free, so they're not going to be paying a wage or a fee for him. So a 75 for Haaland is nothing. They
that's from a Man United source. That United are interested in Tchouaméni.
I thought they're interested in Camavinga. Like this is the crap part of the window. It's like now everybody is linked to everybody again because the window's almost over.
Yeah. And it's directly from. Well, yeah, I don't know if you believe that the Man United MUFMC is reliable. Let's see, what are they?
I haven't seen. I wish I watched more French league because I haven't seen enough of Camavinga to like make an honest assessment of him. When we play, he barely played. I'm not sure. Did he play both legs when we played Rennes?
Yeah. He played. but if you have a good player surrounded by bad players, it doesn't make a good player look good. So they've also put out that AS Monaco do not want to sell Aurelia and Tchouameni this summer. Okay. They might be interested in signing, and you know what? Juventus did too. So look, you can't take everything as a golden rule.
I would like to see us, and I wouldn't mind if we did this with Tchouameni, is buy him in January and loan him back to Monaco for the second half of the year.
Yeah, Sadiq's in a meeting right now. I understand he's not a United source. Okay, I just looked at his page, and you don't have how many things he's put on in the last hour about Aurelia and Tchouameni. He's discussed 3 different teams. Okay, it's not that deep. And if he was brought in, he'd sit on the bench with Van de Beek anyway. Because we know who's starting in that pivot. It's the McFred. Oi.
Yeah, I think especially if we end up getting Koundé, we'll have a slight advantage for Tchouameni if we're interested, just because of the relationship we've built with his team over the summer.
Is H. Grimes reliable? Yes, as reliable as anybody else out there. She had Lukaku back in May. She had Varane early on going to United. She's had a lot of this stuff. So yes, she is. Everybody gets stuff wrong, even this summer. Everybody's gotten something wrong.
Right. Yeah, reliability in the transfer market is one of those tricky things where it's like based on your source, and if your source is right, if your source has good sources. I mean, Fabrizio took many an L this summer himself. So yeah, it's a tricky thing.
Yeah, it's not again, it's not that deep, because it's not if you actually think Fabrizio is a direct source on these things, you're wrong. He has a source. Fabrizio does not have direct contact with all these different clubs. He has sources. Yeah. Those sources are given information. That information could be wrong or could change, because the information is only good for a set period of time. It has a time to live on it. So it's only good for a certain amount of time, and then things change.
Yeah, I mean, clubs certainly, I'm sure there are certain clubs who use him as a way to negotiate in public. Like there's that too, you know. So teams will give him something that they want him to put out in order to, you know, gain an advantage in a negotiation, you know.
Yeah.
I think Locatelli is, I think, a decent example of that. Like early on, it was Arsenal are all in for Locatelli. Then Juventus were like, okay, we got to get in this game. And then it was always going to be Juventus, but Juventus needed to gain a little negotiation power, I guess.
For those who are asking me about how long Christian is out, Thomas did not tweet me this morning, so I don't know. I'm being sarcastic because nobody's come out and said that he is injured. There's no news. What we saw today in the open session was a glorified media session to introduce, hey, look, Romelu Lukaku is training with the team. That's all it was. No deeper than that. So you don't know if Wednesday Christian for one training session does something different than the rest of the team, because we've heard that they've set up a different training regimen for him. We don't know if he's normally in a trainer's room at that time getting preventative treatments. We do not know.
Yeah, when is the press
So-
conference? Is there a press conference not till Friday for Arsenal?
Probably not till Friday for Arsenal.
Yeah. So that would probably be, unless stuff gets leaked, that'll probably be the earliest you'll hear anything about an injury.
And N'Golo Kante wasn't there either. After Tuchel said that he's fit to train on Wednesday. So why would you, in a training session that really is not training, put out players that are coming off an injury or could be susceptible to an injury? You don't do that.
Yeah.
I think people are making way too of a big deal about this stuff. So until Thomas tweets me or comes out and says, which he doesn't have Twitter, so he wouldn't tweet me anyway. I'm just joking. I don't have contacts with Thomas Tuchel before somebody runs with that. Until he comes out and says he's injured, he's not going to play on Sunday, understand that we have 100%, other than Ziyech, who we know about being out. Everybody else, if you want to count Ruben as a first team squad player right now, of course he's in the vid protocol, so he's not available. Other than that, we've not heard that anybody else is not available for Sunday's game. So I don't know what else to tell you about that. And I know the Cho stands are very, very happy he wasn't in training, but that's more to say about them than anything else.
Yeah, he's now third on the depth chart.
Yeah, look, as a huge Pulisic fan, I don't think Pulisic starts. So,
yeah, I know, I agree.
This Starboy, how do you know Cho always looks good in training? How do you know that? How? I mean, it's just like, why?
Yeah, nobody knows that except for the staff.
Yeah, if he looks so good in training, he would get more starts. So that cannot be true. Yeah, so again, no, we didn't say Pulisic skipped training. You don't know. I don't know. The club's not going to tell you. He could have been doing something else. He could have been at, maybe Wednesdays in the morning he gets treatments. We don't know this.
He actually just took the day off.
Yeah,
he took a personal day.
Yeah, he took a personal day. Come on, folks. Until Thomas Tuchel comes out and says these players are not available for Sunday, nobody knows. And in the closed session, you don't know if he was there in the later session today, because it's a closed session and you only get photographs coming out.
And those will mostly probably be of Romelu.
Yeah. So I don't know why people are trying to read so much into the fact that he wasn't at training.
Who, Pulisic?
Yeah.
Guys, round the likes, man. 200 likes for Justice and Josh leading the line whilst I disappeared. That meeting was long, man. That meeting was so long. I know how people feel now, man. Meetings.
I've got an hour-long meeting today.
At what time?
At 9 p.m. UK time.
Damn, I was on the stream that time.
Well, I am available from 10 to 11 UK time. That's when I take my lunch.
I try to do 9:30, and you can join the second half.
Yeah, bro. And if you've got a stream and I'm at work, you do your thing. Because
Listen, I don't know anymore, man. You're disrespected, man. You felt disrespected.
Hey, man. This is my thing. I'm all about trying to help you grow your channel, get your sponsors, move on. And I just think that some of the guests that come on don't get you to that where you want to be. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to name names, but there's some that won't get you to the level. And if I'm ever that person, feel free to say, "Hey, dude, you're out."
That's a little harsh on Matt, Jester. He's a nice guy.
Hey.
Matt's a good guy.
Yeah, Matt's a good guy.
This is tough. This is tough work, Sadiq. I didn't think Jester and I was. It's a lot of work to do this without a host.
Bro, trust me, setting it up, putting the stream, thumbnail.
No, just talking to people.
Yeah,
you got to add the little bits to start this thing. You don't need to see how much effort it is. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Jester and I didn't have any prep time to come up with topics or anything like that. So,
and we spitballed it. I think we did okay. I don't think we lost too many viewers.
We got through. Yeah, we got through it a little bit.
You've done good. You've done good, man. Listen, I'm probably going to end it anyway. I'm sure Josh got a lot of work to do, just as I'm sure you got work to do. Prepare for a meeting, maybe not. But
no, I'm not even at work yet, man.
Oh,
but, in an hour and a half.
Oh, you got a lot of time.
Yeah, I just got to do something for my mom before I go to work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I had a nap. There was no meeting. Are you bugging out, mate? Listen, there's people above me in my company. I'm helping them with a task. Okay, they're trying to type me. Can you help me? Can you help me with this, bro? I'll just call you, man. I'll sort it out, and I'll sort it out. I should be getting their wage.
Hey, I feel you, dude. I do the same thing with the company I work for. They come to me and ask me for stuff. They implement it. They say thank you, give me a pat on the back. Or not even that, it's a virtual pat on the back because I work from home. So that's it. And then they say it's my idea, and they take all the credit, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, damn.
That's why you got to work for yourself. I own my own business.
Well, if people looked after me on YouTube, I might quit my job and start something, man.
Well, let's do that this year. Let's get you to up to 40, 50,000 subscribers, some sponsors, and move forward.
Yeah, man, that's the aim. Let's see what happens anyway. If people like Josh and Justice stay committed to me, we can go far in life, people.
Hey! Commitment is a two-way street, brother.
Dare to dream, Nick. That's right. Maybe Nick can come on from Hong Kong. It's been a long time as well, but it's good to see you lot. Listen, Josh, pleasure having you on, bro. I really
always
coming on, and thank you for the donation as well. Just as always, known you for a very long time now.
Yep. Yeah, we got history.
Yeah. Not in that way, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know.
We got everyone on the stream, man. We got Nick, we got Strip Bear, we got Alfred, Beautiful, KJ, Winter Surfer, all you guys. Run up the likes. We'll probably stream around 9:30. I try to do a bit later for Jesters. But yeah, you lot, like the video, man. Subscribe, and we'll see you later on. Peace. Guys, I'll see you lot soon.
Later.
All by myself. All by myself. Yeah, man. Come on. That singing was sick, fam. You know what I'm saying? No one can doubt that singing. I'm better than Father. I'm better than Nippin. I'm better than Matt. I'm better than Johnny. I'm better than Jesters. I'm better than Josh. I'm better than Nick. I'm better than Ali. I'm better than Feroz. I'm better than Andrew. I'm better than Kazilla. I'm better than Ads. I'm better than Adnan. I'm better than Ryan. I run out of names. I run out of names, guys. Okay, I'll try my best. Why you not leaving the stream? I just literally just singing, man. I'm for fun. Elida, I got to end, man. What do you improve? I was just singing, bro. Man said, oi, Man said, oi. What do you think? But we're speaking about Vernon the whole day, bro. We found him on social media. Yeah. Man like KJ. Man like Nick. You lot, everyone's leaving anyway, man. Listen, you lot, like the video. We'll see you around 9:30 p.m. UK time. Tune in. And just a reminder, tomorrow I'll be streaming after 7:30 p.m. UK time because I have to go to work. Because I have to go to work tomorrow. We'll be streaming late tomorrow. 7:35, 7:40. Better than Monster. He's different gravy, man. You know what I'm saying? He's 20 times better than me, man. I'm an OG though. I can say that. I can say that on my chest. I'm an OG. Sorry, sound like a cat, strangling a cat. I won't tolerate the disrespect, man. I won't tolerate that. We'll be having words very soon with my client, Fabash. Anyway, yeah, we found his out, I think so. But yeah, you lot like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, tune in daily. Big up Strip Bear, big up the leader, Ben. Sorry. Man's got bare emails to fix up. I don't know if you lot heard that noise. We'll see you lot soon, yeah? 9:30 p.m. UK time, and then tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UK time onwards. Peace.
Hello guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Hi, WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels. Subscribe to WorldWideChels.